I invite you to now for a moment imagine the life that you want to live. I invite you to imagine it in a way where it gets real, where the picture in your mind gets real. And of course, if you're currently driving, then I invite you to wait until you're home to then do this little exercise. But if you're right now listening to this episode while you're relaxed on the couch and you're not operating a vehicle at the moment, then I invite you to close your eyes and to imagine the life that you've always wanted to live, and to imagine the person that you are in this life. And what if I told you that you can achieve this life, that you can live this life, that you can create this life for yourself in less than 2 months? In fact, you can do it in 1 month. Yes, maybe if every now and then you don't do the work and you fall back into old patterns, maybe it takes 3 months, but in the end, who gives a beep if it takes 2 months, 3 months or 4 months? This is your dream life. This is who you really want to become. This is the life that you want to create for yourself. And I truly believe, I believe it now because I've helped so many amazing coaching clients from all around the world to make these changes in their lives. I truly believe that 2 months, which is just about 8 weeks, are enough to completely transform your life, to go from self-hate to self-love, to go from lack and scarcity to abundance and financial freedom, to leave the old self and the old emotions behind. I truly believe that it is enough time, but I also believe that most people will not be able to do it. And now you might be saying, huh? Sebastian, what are you talking about? Now you just told me that it's easy to achieve it, but most people won't achieve it. I don't get that part. Well, please allow me to explain. What usually happens when people embark on this manifestation journey is that they, for example, listen to a podcast, maybe even the Affirmation to Manifestation podcast, just like you're listening to this episode right now. And they then get all fired up. They get motivated and they say, whoa, yeah, I'm a creator. I'm a deliberate creator. I can do this. And then they meditate and they write down their affirmations and they speak their affirmations, and something inside of them is shifting. It's changing. But then something negative is happening in their life, and they are going back again into the old self. The old self is pulling them back, and what they don't realize in this moment is that what you experience in this particular moment is the accumulation of your thoughts, of your frequencies and your vibration from the past. And that sometimes when you embark on this journey of change, this journey of transformation, this old energy from the last couple of weeks, from the last couple of months, from the last couple of days even, will then lead to a manifestation in the near future that you don't really want. But because you just embarked on this spiritual journey, you then immediately ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why is this not working? Why is this happening to me? Without realizing that there's always this time lag between you sending that signal out into the field and you receiving your manifestation. No matter if we're talking about an amazing manifestation that you create deliberately, or a not so amazing manifestation that you create randomly. And what happens to so many people, and I know that from countless conversations with coaching clients, it happened to them before they started working with me. Once they were then in the Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, or they were booking Skype coaching sessions with me, then I tortured them, of course in the kind way, but I tortured them with my German consistency, because consistency is all that matters. It's the only thing that matters. Because if you embark on this journey right now of manifesting, let's say, for example, you start, let's say today. Today I'm recording this episode on the 7th of March. Let's say you start today and you write down your affirmations, you do your first meditation, you feel good, and you then continue to do that for a couple of days. But then, as an example, on the 15th of March, something happens that is not really favorable for you. And then you ask yourself, I started this manifestation journey on the 7th of March and I should be happy. I should be fulfilled. I should live an amazing life. Why is this negative thing happening right now? But in this moment, I want you to remember what vibration, what level of consciousness, what thought process you were in before the 7th of March. Because there is a time lag between you sending the signal out and you receiving your manifestation. And sometimes this time lag can be a couple of days, sometimes it can be a couple of weeks. So now, this thing that is happening to you on the 14th or 15th of March, I don't remember if I said the 14th or 15th, but anyway, this might be the result of a vibrational frequency that you had in February. But now what happens to so many people on this journey, now that they have the opportunity to completely transform their life in 2 months with the law of attraction, they then give up again, or at least they fall back into old patterns. And it's this never-ending cycle of them manifesting, then something not so favorable is happening because of that old energy, and then they go back again and they manifest again, and something good is happening, they manifest more, and then something bad is happening again, which was caused by the energy, the vibration, and the level of consciousness that they were in when they were giving up again. And it's this never-ending cycle of up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's why people don't transform their lives within 2 months. That's why they are not able to leave self-hate behind and to embrace self-love. That's why they are not able to leave doubt and guilt and shame behind and embrace a whole new emotional realm. That's why they are not able to go from scarcity and lack to abundance. So what is the number one thing that you have to change in this whole endeavor? What is the number one thing you have to change if you want to transform your life in just 2 months? It's consistency. It's no matter what happens in your life. And I know that this is easier said than done. I know it. I mean, I started from a place where my physical health was non-existent, where I was completely broke. I had nobody in my life, no loving relationship. The only relationships I had in the past were traumatic and dramatic. And that's where I started. And for me, it was hard. For me, I remember I was the perfect example of going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. If I had only back then stayed consistent, no matter what, the changes would have happened so much faster. I know that. I know it now because nowadays I'm very consistent. And I want you to imagine this meme. And if you've never seen it, then you can Google it. And that's the "This is fine" meme. And what you will see is this little comic with a dog who's sitting in a living room and flames are everywhere. And the dog is just saying, "This is fine." And that's exactly how you have to think about your spiritual journey in the beginning, or let's say your journey of manifesting. In the beginning, even though the old energy is still dragging on and there are some manifestations that you don't want to happen, remember, this is fine. Everything is fine, no matter if the flames are going up besides you, if the walls are breaking down, if the trees are falling. Everything is fine when you only stay consistent. Consistency is the key. No matter if we're talking about you visualizing daily, of you dedicating time each day to visualize your dream future, to create it in your mind. And of course, once you join the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program, we will go deep into creating that future for yourself. We will do it in practical exercises with hypnosis, and we will also create a whole new identity for yourself, your rich and wealthy identity. And if you want to find out more about this coaching program, you can go to affirmation2manifestation.com/abundance or click on the first link in the description. And I invite you to then do it daily, even if there is fire, even if nothing at the moment seems fine. I mean, I still remember how Joe Dispenza was at some point during a week-long advanced retreat getting loud when he said, "There are people in this audience who have been living out of the back of their cars, and now they are making millions of dollars. And yes, in the worst circumstances, they stayed consistent. In my worst and darkest moments, I stayed consistent. At least most of the time. As I said before in the beginning, I failed at that regularly, and I then went back into the old emotions, into suffering, into the emotions of wanting to end my life and all these negative emotions. And often I was spiraling down for 1 or 3 days, but then I was getting back up again. And at some point, I got so good at being consistent that my life changed consistently, magically. Because think about it this way. When you are consistently on a high vibration, when you're consistently thinking positive thoughts, when you're consistently feeling the feelings of your future, no matter if that's love, abundance, freedom, or all of them together, then all the manifestations that will show up in your life will reflect this energy, because you're no longer going up and down. You no longer go from, oh yeah, this is working, to, oh no, this is not working, and then wallowing in self-pity again until you get back up again and say, oh yeah, manifesting again, and then something negative is manifesting again because, well, the old energy of, I want to give up again shows up, and then you never get out of this vicious cycle. But if you're consistently, and I just wanted to say constantly and consistently, I couldn't decide which word to choose, so this turned into consistently. So if you consistently meditate, consistently journal, consistently remind yourself of the things you're grateful for, consistently go into these wonderful emotions, these emotions of your future, and you then consistently, and this leads me to the last point I want to mention, you consistently take inspired action, because you know that the law of attraction works in conjunction with your actions, that actively pursuing all these ideas and following the breadcrumbs and following the signs and synchronicities leads you to an amazing future. If you do also this consistently, then you will be able to transform your life in 2 months with the law of attraction, and most likely even faster. And if you're now ready to work with me on transforming your life, then of course you can join the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program, because this coaching program is a one-on-one coaching program in which I focus all my attention and my energy on helping you to transform your life into a life of abundance, wealth, and financial freedom. And if you want to work on something else, if you say, hey, there is something I want to ask you, there are a few questions I have about manifesting, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/coaching to find out more about the individual coaching sessions and the individual hypnosis sessions I offer, in which I help people to reach the frequency of what they want to manifest, so that what they want can easily flow to them.